My name is Abbie George. I come from Wales in the UK. I've been working for York English now for 3 weeks and I'm at the Bowan branch. Well, this is actually my first time abroad in general, so I'd never been on a plane before, let alone been anywhere outside the UK. So I think I just wanted something completely different to where I was back at home. I've always wanted to teach anyway, so why not do it in China of all places? Well, it was actually my partner who went to a careers fair back in university, and they were pretty much just advertising Opportunity China, talking about going abroad to teach. I don't know why China specifically. The more we read into it, the more we did our own research, the more we thought, yeah, this is a really interesting place. We should go and check out the area. And if we could teach here, we could teach anywhere. That was our logic. But it's been a really good experience so far. I'm really enjoying China. It's taken a bit. It's very, very different to back at home in the UK and Wales. I find Shenzhen makes Wales feel so tiny in comparison. We were looking at the population differences recently, and Shenzhen has a population maybe like 12.5 million people, whereas Wales as a country has about 3 million. So getting used to just seeing people absolutely everywhere is a completely different change. Other than that, getting used to the food took a little while. I think both Aaron and myself went through a little phase of, oh, I don't feel well eating this food. But you get through it. There are still familiar places from the Western world around here. There's still KFC and McDonald's. But for the majority, it's been a really good cultural shift. We're really enjoying ourselves, and even now we're walking out in the streets and we're like, look at that, wow, look over there.
Did you have a homesickness
now? A little bit, now and then. We were lucky in that we downloaded WhatsApp before we went across, where it's actually it runs in China. You can use it without using a VPN. So I've been pretty much keeping in touch with my family and friends through that. It is a little bit isolating when you have things like Twitter and Facebook suddenly cut off. But the second you settle in and get a working VPN up and running, it should be fine, at least the majority of the time. But you suffer a little bit with homesickness, I think, but if you have some form of communication back at home, even if it's just through the odd email every other day, you pretty much get through it fine, and most of the time you're too busy learning new things and exploring the neighbourhood to really slow down and think, oh, I miss home. It's been good to have somebody there you can go home to and speak English fluently to. It's been really good exploring the neighbourhood and learning a little bit of Chinese and getting to, a feel of China itself. But it's nice having somebody there to talk to at the end of the day. We can go, okay, let's find our grounding here. Yeah, it's. I've said it before to him, but I can't imagine coming out here on my own. It's really impressive when people have, and we've talked to a lot of different people who said they've come out here on their own and they've had a great time. But it's been nice having a partner there as well, so if you have any worries, you work together to get through it. And it's lovely. It was a little bit bare when we first went in there, quite a lot of things in there needed cleaning up. But once we gave it a little bit of TLC, got it cleaned up, we really like it there. We're up on the 25th floor, so we've got an incredible view of the city below, and we can see for miles and miles. We can see mountains in the distance, we can see the airport, we can see all these huge, huge buildings. At night time, we just stand out in the balcony and just see all the lights, because it's nothing I've ever seen back at home. The apartment itself is really roomy. We've got a nice living room, nice bedroom. We've got a big walk-in closet, a little washroom with a washing machine, clean bathroom, but it's good. We were given the option of a few different organisations to work with before we came over, but York English seemed to be sort of like the most friendly, the most welcoming. They offered probably the best introductory package. Like the second we arrived here, we were pretty much handheld through every worry that we brought up. We've been taken on tours of the neighbourhood, tours of the school. We've seen so many different classes before we ever stepped foot in one to like teach a lesson ourselves. So the support we've gotten has been absolutely fantastic here. But also the schools are really impressive as well. Everything's very clean, everything's very modern. The training was really, really good. We couldn't have had more supportive people around us. They hand-hold you through everything. You get the opportunity first to sit at the back of the class and observe the kids and take down notes. And the more you observe the different classes and the more you attend, the more you just want to get up and get involved with the kids anyway. You don't really need prompting to do it. It's just something that kind of comes naturally. Then in your second week here, they give you like a little 10-minute interval where you can like step up, get in front of the class, have a little go at teaching before handing it back to them if you're not comfortable. We're in our third week now, and we're still sort of team teaching with the teachers. We've opened a few of our own classes as well, but it's nice to have like the opportunity to team teach and have one of the trained teachers in the back of the room should anything go wrong. But they walk you through everything. You probably won't need another teacher to step in and help you at that point. It's more just to observe, give you advice at the end of the lesson, and all the advice they give you is so helpful as well. We're still sort of in and out of training at the moment. For the majority, it's pretty much you show up, you work through your lesson plans, you talk through it with the other teachers. You resource it, whether that's making PowerPoints, getting together things like beanbags, flashcards. You go into the classroom maybe 5 minutes before the class starts, like set up things you want to like get going, whether it's like loading up the correct programs on the screen or hanging up flashcards or posters around the room. Then you teach. Most classes are about an hour to an hour and a half long. So you go through those classes, you teach English, get the kids on their way, and I've been trying my best to keep like a little book where like I keep reviews of everything, like did this activity work? Will I never try this again? We've been doing a lot of exploring. For the majority of it so far, we've been going out drinking with the other teachers and getting to know all the other different branches. But they've been taking us all over the place to do that. We've been to SeaWorld, we've been to Coco Park. They took us bowling at one point, and that was an adventure in itself, just trying to work out the shoe sizes compared to home. But we've pretty much been on the go every weekend. But at the same time, we've also had a couple of days in between to just relax, like find our bearings, explore where we want to explore, like independently as well as like being handheld by the teachers. So. The application process was quite complicated. When you first apply to Opportunity China, there's a lot of different forms and stuff you have to go through. I remember we got an email through with a huge list of things we had to go through, and we thought, oh boy. But it's worth the effort, I think. When you're finally here, you're finally getting into like teaching kids, and well, the second you step foot on the plane, when all of the like form and registration is all behind you, you realise this is suddenly real. But getting through that application process and getting like visas, passports, like TEFL, degrees, DBS, it's a long, long journey. Download WeChat before you come here. Having WeChat, even if you can't get a bank account hooked up to it, even if it gives you a bit of trouble signing up, just try and have it downloaded before you come across, because trying to download it when you don't have a VPN that allows you to open up the Play Store is an absolute nightmare. Other than that, you're not really going to know what China is like until you're here. You can do as much research or as little research as you want, but you're not going to get really a proper feel for the place until you actually arrive. So just arrive with an open mind and take things as they come. It'll work out.